right, 4 people here. Rua's gonna be here in just a second. She is. She just got home from work. How are you all doing? Put my phone on silent here and my speaker on silent so you don't hear any of that. What? One less? There was 4 people here a second ago. Now there's only 3. It's all right. We started just a few minutes early, so make sure everything's working all right. Hey, got 1 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Nobody's chatting at me, though. Everybody have a good day. Hey, Angel Eyes. How are things over in Australia? Oh, hey, did you set your alarm, daughter of states' rights? You told me you were going to. I'm glad you did. Is it? It was nice. It's been nice here the last couple of days, but it rained a bit today, but that's okay. It still was pretty, nice and pleasant. It's a nice day. Yeah, you did set your alarm. That's funny. Can everybody hear me okay? Does it look all right? Picture look okay before everybody else gets here? Are you okay being, you need rain? Very good. Well, we'll need it a lot more here pretty soon. Right now, we had a lot of rain this last winter. Are you okay, Angel Eyes, being a moderator again in case there's any trouble? If you don't want to, that's not a big deal. But if you would, then make sure to let anybody know that or just kick them or whatever out if they have any inappropriate comments. This is family friendly. We want the last part of Rua's day to be nice. She's been at work all day.
I've been wearing a mask for 12 hours. I feel like you get a little dizzy and then like your face gets tingling. I'm serious. Like your face gets tingling and I feel like there's something up there. I think it's carbon monoxide.
The kids, they grabbed like a towel or something like that and put over their face earlier today and said, "We got coronavirus." They're plaguing coronavirus.
Maybe we should have told them about it.
That's weird, but weird times we live in. You get marks on your face from the masks.
I know, like, I don't have any marks, but just it feels just strange. It feels kind of irritating.
Okay. You look like you're tiny. You're a giant.
That's gonna be okay. I'd like to look tiny.
Hey, Deb. Hey, Baroness. Baroness, you've been planting some stuff. Yeah, I know. Did you see Solomon the last couple of videos dancing at the end? I decided to dance with him at the end of his days. I don't think Rua's seen it yet.
I didn't have time to see it.
I shoot the day before a lot of times, and I edit in the morning and get it published every day at noon my time. So she watches it when she gets home. Anyway, just a couple more minutes till 8 o'clock. We'll wait until that time just to get started. But everybody wants to tell me where they're from, or I think most of you have seen. Let's see, everybody. Oh, I know where everybody's from here already. Everybody that's commented.
And tell me because I don't remember.
Angel Eyes is from Australia. Daughter of States' Rights is from right here in Western Kentucky in Ballard County, just the other side of Paducah.
Oh, that's cool.
Baroness Machiavelli and Deb are from Florida.
I knew where Deb.
Yeah. Ladybug, are you from Florida too? I forget where Ladybug's from.
I don't really remember stuff like that too much.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not an anniversary. Like I'm just saying, like I don't really remember our anniversary or.
Yeah, you got other stuff in there. You're from Florida too? Okay. So we got a lot of Floridians. So we wanted to go to Florida for a vacation last year and this year. Amber, where are you from, Amber? We wanted to go. So last year we were planning on going for a vacation to Florida. We wanted to go to the beach, and then Solomon broke his leg, so we didn't get to go.
Yeah.
And this year we wanted to go to Florida, or she did. I really don't want to go anywhere ever. I like staying at home. Anyway, we wanted to go to Florida, but then this coronavirus thing hit, so then you can't.
Maybe one day I can go to the beach again.
Yeah. So we're stuck here, which is fine for me. I like being here.
I like being here, but I like to get out too.
Yeah. I had a good Sunday for the most part. I've hurt my back a little bit. You're in Ontario,
Oh,
Canada.
that's cool.
That is really cool, Amber. I bet it's kind of. What's the weather like up there? Is it kind of chilly? I hurt my back a little bit. I don't know what I did. I don't know if it was because I was planting. I've been planting. Hey, Dad. Whipple's my dad. He's Papa. Anyway,
Hey, Papa.
the last few days I've been planting 3 more tomato plants every single day. And you saw me plant the pumpkins yesterday, and I planted 11 more pumpkins. The ones yesterday were the Big Macs, and today I planted what did I plant today? Oh, the
New Zealand, a Monday afternoon.
that's so crazy.
I'll be at work again, so I gotta work tomorrow.
Today I planted jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, but does a person good to get away from home every now and then?
Agree.
Yeah.
A good I feel like a good vacation, you can always leave and see if you missed the place that you left, and then there you go.
We went before we had kids. This has been 10 years ago. It was more than
I
that,
don't know.
maybe 11.
It's
That's
going to be
Papa the
15
sweet
years.
corn lover. Yeah, Whipple Walker. That's Dad. That's Papa the sweet corn lover. I like sweet corn. That's a lot of sweet corn. Anyway, we went on vacation. It was just me and Rua, and we were just going to drive around. And we went to a couple hotels, just in Missouri and here and there and the other. And we came home. I said, we can keep on going or we can go home. What do you want to do? She's like, we can go home. And then we got home and she sat on the front porch and cried and said, I made the wrong choice. And in hindsight, we should have just got back in the car and went again, but we didn't. I love sweet corn. That's a lot of sweet corn.
Good one.
Yeah.
You were going to talk about polyculture?
Well, so I want to tell you a bit and kind of explain some of what we're doing and why we're doing it. Really, I only want to spend another 20 or 30 minutes on this one, if that long even. We'll see how long the discussion lasts. But I'm always open for comments. I read all what you're saying. But there was somebody this last week. It wasn't a mean comment at all. I've really not had too many of those, except for a video or a live stream or two. Like 2 weeks ago, we had some trolls on the live stream that wasn't really very nice, but not had very many negative comments. But somebody said, the cat is up there. Get out, cats.
It's Hobbs.
Say hello, Hobbs. Hello, I'm Hobbs.
Hobbs is pretentious. That's what Hobbs is. I still love him though.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, somebody said that they didn't like the animal videos, the videos of us talking about killing the pigs and the bunnies and whatnot for meat. And to be honest with you, I don't like that either. I don't want to. Oh, the sweet corn's good grilled. I thought you were talking about Hobbs. Anyway,
we were hungry
I don't really want to kill the rabbits or the pigs either. Or the cows.
I don't think I can watch.
I don't want to do it, but I think it is a good skill to have. To know how to do that and provide for your own food and stuff like that. But I want to talk about all our eggs not being in one basket, that we've got this polyculture, that we're doing all these things. We're growing a lot of, you can call him Papa if you want to, Mr. Walker. Let's see what he says. I don't know. You don't have to call him Mr. Walker, I don't think.
Papa's good.
Yeah. Anyway, I like eating a lot of plants. Really, aside from like the sausage that I eat with my breakfast burrito. Once again, favorite way to eat eggs. I think I mentioned that in the last 3 live streams, and I did a video about that. I prefer to eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of beans, and when we get a lot of produce this summer, I'm going to show you how I cook zucchini. I really like zucchini, and Rua likes tomato sandwiches. I think, but yeah, carnivore. Yeah, they're hard to beat. I like breakfast burritos. But what if we, something happens and we don't have the produce anymore, as much of it, right? If something happens to all the stuff that we put away, which is unlikely, between all the stuff that we're going to forage and everything else.
Deer's good.
But we want to be able to do all these things, so get the whole picture of it, right? So. you have no problems being slaughtered, animals being slaughtered for food, but I couldn't do it. Yeah,
I could do it if I had to. I think I'd like to learn, but I don't want to do it all the time.
I think I was watching Living Traditions the other day. They're ones that we've watched a bit, and they said that everybody needs to be doing something. And he said the first few times that you do it, it's really hard, and it doesn't feel right, but then you learn what you're doing and you get better at it.
You have them all dressed up.
But I think it's a good skill to have. I don't really want to do it either, but again, like we've said in the past several times, our animals only have one bad day, and they just their slaughter day, and that's pretty quick as well. Hey Tim, glad to see you here. Anyway, so we're not putting all of our eggs in one basket. I'm going to do a video soon about our food forest. But I'm trying to grow as many things as I possibly can, especially perennials that grow in my zone, and that's because of our, polyculture and not putting all of our eggs in one basket. So say all the peach trees, don't produce, then it's okay. We'll still have apple trees. Peach and apple trees don't produce. Okay, we'll still have our berries. The peach trees and the apple trees and the berries don't produce, and we'll still have our Jerusalem artichokes. All four of those things don't produce, which you're getting into a lot of things there that wouldn't that would have to go wrong for that to happen. But that's why you have these all of your eggs. You don't have all of your eggs in one basket, right? So we do multiple things, right? So that's what we're doing here, and that's why we're doing it. It's we're doing it because we care about the food that we eat, but we're also doing it because it's kind of our prepper pantry. Everything is right here. We have it here. We're wanting, if anything does happen, to bug in. You can bug out or you can bug in, and we won't bug out unless we just have to. Can a person diversify? I don't think so. I don't think you can diversify too much.
I suppose you could and spreading yourself too thin or something.
Oh yeah, I guess things.
I think you could diversify too much, where it's like you have too much going, and
no, you don't need a rooster for hens to lay eggs. They're fertilized. Some people say that they're healthier
you don't need a rooster for the hen to lay an egg?
No.
I didn't know.
Some people say the egg is healthier if it's fertilized, but I don't know about that. I've bug off. No, bug in, bug out. We won't bug off.
No.
But anyway, can you diversify too much? I don't really think so, unless you're counting, all the work that you have to do for different things.
Yeah. Where you spread yourself.
If you spread yourself too thin. I saw somebody post on Facebook about growing one crop and getting with others, to grow one crop as well, and then you supply everybody else all the carrots or all the potatoes or all of whatever else. And then they will supply you with the things that they have. You trade, but I wouldn't want to do that. If I did that, I might do at least 2 or 3 things, because you still want to diversify. That's why if you have the stock market, you a lot of times put it in mutual funds or an index fund or something like that, right?
Which also tanked.
Which it went down significantly. It's supposed to go down more, but. That's really one of the reasons, what we're doing with our income streams as well. I don't know if people are like-minded in that way. Oh yeah. You've got to find people who are, accountable and trustworthy and dependable. If they don't.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
We're talking about diversifying what you do, that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. So we've got, annuals, perennials, meat. We've got trees. We've got wild trees. I planted, I'm going to tell you more about it soon. I'll do a video about it, about our red mulberry. I planted 25 of them this year, and I hadn't told you yet about our nanny berry. We planted 25 of those, and I planted 25 wild plum trees. So all these different things are going to, produce together. And we planted last year, we planted around what's that last year? Planted around 100 chestnut trees.
I don't remember when that was.
And,
times running together.
We didn't take very good care of them, but I would like someone who had the cattle or pigs or chickens. I would pay for the meat from them. What berry? I planted nanny berry, mulberry, and wild plums. We've got a big mulberry tree. What fell? We've got a big mulberry tree, but nanny berry, what are they? They're like Indian raisins is what they're called. Has anybody ever heard of those before? self-sustaining possible. Any large single crop will be after my family community is taken care of. Yeah. And, Papa has said to me several times that if we, yes, Nanny Berry, that if we, decide to grow some things, everybody around here grows tomatoes. Everybody grows tomatoes and bell peppers, grow something that people don't grow a lot of. There's a channel it's in Canada. Who was it? Trying to look. It was in Canada anyway, and it's called "You Can't Eat the Grass." Kind of like some of their stuff, and they said that they've sold stuff at farmers market, and some of the things that they've sold best is flowers. I know you can't eat flowers as well, but they're a big seller. So
flowers.
We might actually start growing celery sometimes as well. Yeah, nanny berry. They're a lot of times they're used as a decorative tree. You know about nanny berries? Anyway, I'd never really heard of them, but I was looking in the Missouri Department of Conservation website. You can get them really cheap there. I think I got 125 trees for like $70, $80, something like that. And they're already grown to a little bit, so they're not from seeds or cuttings, so you don't have to root them. They're already rooted. They're bare root, but anyway, I saw nanny berry. It says it was edible, so I'm like, okay, So I planted it up here at the property line in my hedgerow of food. But yeah, don't grow things that everybody else is growing.
No, I don't think you don't seem stupid at all. I feel like there's so much to learn, and I feel like there's like a cultural thing out there. We're supposed to know so much or not appear, ignorant, but there's just so much.
Yeah.
That we don't know and other people don't know. And
well, I mean, there's different, education levels and experience levels. And, I don't think we should mock or belittle people who are at a different level than us because, there's some people in here who know far more, who have grown a lot more in this room right now, in this place, this chat right now that's known and knows a lot more than I do. And what I do often, whenever I'm doing a video, it's not me just, sharing all my knowledge with you.
I didn't know the rooster thing till right now.
I've researched something first. I research it. So I'm like, okay, what do I need to do here? And then I'll take what I've learned and share with you. And sometimes those things aren't going to work out very well. Hey, Papa, some of our beans have sprouted. I saw a line of them. I didn't get to talk to you and show you today. Papa's been working hard on a project. So,
I just got off of work, and so I'm gonna get some coffee because I'm an actual real person. So, excuse me.
She's just gonna get some coffee. Would you like some?
I'm an actual
decaf.
Person.
I'm on YouTube, but we're also doing that with some of our income streams as well. If I'm completely honest, one of the reasons, there's a few reasons I started YouTube. One of them was because I wanted to chronicle and document the things that we're doing for our kids and for ourselves. And I wanted to, be able to, keep myself accountable. Whenever I'm doing one video a day, it's forcing me to get one project, at least get one thing done every day, when some days I don't really feel like it.
Driver.
Yeah, some days I don't really feel like doing anything. But another reason, again, if I'm completely honest, was because eventually YouTube you can monetize and you can get paid a little bit. So that was going to be one of our streams of income. In the future, I would really like to do a plant nursery. I think I might have mentioned that already. I can send off cuttings of my plants as I grow my mother plants out, or rooted plants or anything like that as well. So those are some things we're working on. And, I think that, all of us, wherever we are, should work on like diversifying our preps and, all the other things. And one of the areas that we're not really good at with our preps, Penny's brothers. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I realized that since then, but I'm not really doing it so much for the money anymore. But I still hope maybe one day I can build it up a bit, in order to make some, money off of it. But if that never happens, then it's not a waste of time. It started out that way, but now it's become kind of this community that I've gotten to meet some really great people. I'm kind of indicating toward the chat right here. That's what I'm indicating toward. I've met a lot of great people, some people who are right here in this chat room, and, really appreciate that. It's been, a huge blessing.
It's been really good for him. And it's been good for me too.
I've learned a lot of stuff, and, I've gotten to share some things as well.
I feel like Goat's milk has a distinct smell of ghosts.
Well, we don't know a whole lot about goats, and Rua and I don't, to be honest with you, because we homestead together. We're on this property together, and Nana and Papa are up at the pond. You've seen the way it looks us going up there. I need to do another video of the homestead tour, so you can see things once it's greened up. You've seen a lot of it already, but they take care of the goats. I do a lot with the cows and the pigs and the garden up here, but Nana and Papa take care of most of the fowl and the goats. So it's been really good. We're milking two now and have several about to freshen. Yeah, thank you for your video. Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to do some more of the blueberry cuttings. I said about the trees. One of the beautiful things about trees, I love trees, is because they self mulch. They grow up and they produce a lot of food. You only plant it once. You only have to do minimal work of pruning and maybe a little bit of fertilizer, and that provides all of this food for years and years and years to come. So we've diversified our preps. We've diversified our preps with our food, with our trees and our annuals and our perennials and our berries and our meat and animals and whatnot. But we're also, one of the things that we've not done very well yet is diversified our actual, food preps. We want to, this because if you've been here before, you've heard us say this. We've got to build a root cellar, and we haven't got a ton of food already put up and ready to go. So if all of this food got wiped out somehow, unlikely as it may be, if all this food got wiped out, then we don't have a whole lot of food put away for the future. We've got, some. I say that without any of our plants, without any of our animals, then we've got a little over a month of food for our 6, counting Chad, 7 people here. But maybe more than a month, but not a ton more than a month. But
it is wet in Tennessee. They were at work today. They were showing a storm, and so I told Daniel, I'm like, check the weather.
Yeah.
I always check the weather when I'm here.
We're thinking about building a garage or a building or a barn kind of thing for like a workshop, and also store some of our preps and stuff in as well. But all of this work really is for the purpose of preparedness. And for the food security and knowing what's in your food. We're not huge scared by the food that is out there, but we'll eat some of those processed foods. We don't really prefer it, or the GMOs, but we don't prefer that. We want to get away from that as much as possible. But we're on this journey, and maybe some of y'all are on that journey as well.
We didn't get hit by the storm. I feel like it got windy. I was very thankful because I was at work today, and if the tornado sirens go off, we've got to pull the patients out, and I don't like pulling people who are on ventilators out, kind of like a little bit. So, and then no, I don't know Dustin Noble, but I'm also not good. I'm okay with faces, I guess.
I might know him if I saw the name. You'd have to get with me, and we'll you'll share with me who he is. And
I'm glad the storm's went.
It did rain a little bit. I was on the phone. I had a conference call with some people at church, and the kids, I was trying to get them to be quiet and go away. I normally would go outside and go away from them, but it was raining, so I couldn't, and Rua wasn't here to watch the kids. So anyway, I know that oftentimes we go a little bit longer than this, but Rua just got home from work, and she's got to work tomorrow as well. Noble Springs Farm. He's a goat dairy owner in Tennessee. That would be really cool. I'd like to go and tour some.
I just take a vacation when you can.
Stay tuned. Here in maybe a week or two, we are going to be a video. It's going to be a kind of a collaboration where I'm going to get together with another YouTuber. If you can guess who he is, go ahead and guess. I'll wait. I'll stall for just a second. If you can guess who he is, I'll confirm. And I won't deny, I guess, but I'll confirm if you get who he is. But anyway, we're going to what do homesteader channels have to offer society? I don't know if that was meant derogatory or not, but I think that
the good. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, no, not David the Goat. I wish. I really like him. I've been
I
watching
haven't
him
seen
some.
You'll have to show me.
He's got this, survival minute. But I think that I've learned a lot from homesteading channels.
I have too.
Because
just about being more self-sufficient.
Yeah. And they've kind of inspired us to do some of those things too, and taught us. I don't know.
And I like to learn a lot more. It's probably just an excuse, but just being a nurse and then working with homeschool and stuff like that, I feel like I don't learn as much, but I'm working on it.
Well, some of them are kind of old skills, like, right, up till 50 or 60 years ago, people, didn't do as much of their shopping in the grocery store, did they? But now that's all we know. People would have nerdy homesteaders.
You're right.
Yeah.
Nerdy.
Well, I mean, I've learned a lot, I actually was starting to shoot a video today. I didn't finish it. I didn't finish the video today, but airing it and shooting it, but about a video that really inspired me. I'll give you a preview of it. It's called 23-year-old food forest. It's, what is it? Letting the wild, embracing the wild kind of thing, because they've got this food forest and they've got all this stuff that's growing in it. And man, I am so jealous, but we've only been doing it a couple years.
You have to be patient. People spend their money on whatever they want to spend their money on. And you're right, some people don't have the stuff and
the means or the will to bother. Yeah. And I totally get that. There are some people who I really appreciate in society who provide some amazing things for us. I have no interest in doing it all. I'm not going to provide my own internet.
I agree. Learning is a lifelong process.
Yeah, I'm not going to provide my own internet. So I appreciate people who do it. We've got the ISPs and all these different things. So, I appreciate that, and the electricity and all these other things. So maybe we can provide for other people, teach some people to do some things by themselves. But I had somebody contact me, I didn't tell you today, that wanted to know if I would ship, some beef to them in Texas. And I said, well, we don't do that yet. But hey, Pine Haven. But we don't do that yet, but maybe eventually. There are some people who, ship like chickens that they process all over the United States. So, but anyway, nobody guessed what the channel was, who I'm going to do the collaboration. He's going to come and visit my farm, I think, and we're going to shoot some together. So it's Micah. Hey,
sorry.
It's Micah. We're getting.
Sorry, I didn't know, and I just guessed.
He said that it'll be ready next week. What the collaboration is and what we're going to do. So anyway, we appreciate it. If you have any last questions, anything you want to shoot out there, like where you're from, I've gotten most of you already. But getting rid of. Okay. Maybe he's not.
I don't think Popeye's real. I think Popeye. No. Can someone get rid of that person?
His channel showed up on my YouTube homepage. Not sub yet. Going to see. Oh yeah. I watched. Who was it? Small Farm.
Thanks,
he was talking about bushcraft things, and the thing with bushcraft is that it seemed like it's just things that you do in order to survive in the wild. Is that what it is to you, John? We're kind of trying to, shelter in place, but I want to use a lot of things that we have here if we can. So we're growing bamboo, and we're going to use that for stakes, and we're going to do all these things. But check it out, John. If you're interested, sub. If you're not, then, glad you're here tonight. But anyway, appreciate y'all being here. I love y'all so much. I appreciate what I've learned from you. Make sure to keep checking up back every day. And we're going to do this again next Sunday night. If everything works out well, have any suggestions, then let us know. Okay. And I meant to shoot with you today, another Papa Powwow, but we didn't shoot that. So we're going to shoot that sometime this week and do that. But anyway, thanks. That family, the Alaskan bush people. So bush, I think is bushcraft is like when you're trying to go in the wild. You're trying to go in the wild, and you're going to use the stuff that you have there. So this man that I watched his video earlier, he's a subscriber. He took some posts and he made his stakes out of wood, because he said that one of the reasons they did that was because you can practice your bushcraft. So if you don't know the skills, if you just have read the skills in a book, it's different than experiencing them. So we're trying to grow these things in order to to know how to do them in the future. So it's just practicing our stuff in order to do it. But all right, thanks guys. Carl, you missed us.